Alright guys, the day has finally come. We are going to pick up the new toy that I've been talking about for a few weeks now. After a 10-month wait, we're finally going to go pick it up. So I'm going to grab the truck, hook up the trailer, load up the family, and we're going to head to the dealership. So stay tuned and get ready for what it is. See ya. Go ahead, fire it up. She's a little quiet. We'll change that eventually. guys, welcome back. So as you have probably already seen, today we picked up the 2022 Can-Am Maverick X3 DS Turbo RR. So this is basically one step above a base model. The DS Turbo would be the base model in the X3 series or lineup. That's 120 horsepower edition. The Turbo RR gets you the intercooled 200 horsepower engine, as well as a couple other small things like a belt temp gauge and 850 watt magneto, some smaller stuff like that. But the majority of the money that you're spending to upgrade to the Turbo RR is for the 200 horsepower over the 120 horse. So this is the 64-inch model. I'm in the Northeast, so 64-inch is kind of what's capped for a lot of our trails up here. It's really hard to get around a lot of the areas that I'll be riding in with a 72-inch model, so that's why I went with the DS, the 64-inch model. We went for the black and tan. This is called Carbon Black and Desert Tan, so it's a pretty cool combo. I like how they did the control arms and the springs on the front are black to match the carbon black, and then on the back, like the trailing arms and the springs back here are desert tan to match the back half. So it's kind of cool how they did that. I really like it. Here's just a little quick clip of the inside here. I can do a complete overview video once I get a little bit of seat time in this thing and actually, really understand it and know where everything's at and how everything works myself. We did just bring it home today. You've already seen those clips of grabbing the trailer, heading to the dealership. I didn't record a whole lot in the dealership, actually hardly anything or nothing at all in the dealership, just a little bit outside the dealership. I had my wife try and grab a little bit of footage while I loaded it up and just rode it around the parking lot. But it was a Saturday morning. They're busy. They're getting a lot of these guys in right now. They've been backlogged for a really long time, so now that they're starting to roll in before the 2023s come into stock, they had a lot of these and four-wheelers and everything else just ready to go. So it was a busy day for them. I didn't want to be rude or hold up my salesman or anything like that, so we just took care of the paperwork, grabbed the keys, got it loaded up, and got out of there. But it's later on in the evening. It is really warm out. I have, as you can see, boxes and boxes of accessories. We got a box here, we got another box back here, box here, box behind the Twin Six Cafe Racer project, box over here. So I've got a lot of accessories, or at least a couple of accessories. Not everything that's planned for this, but at least what I ordered straight from Can-Am I picked up today with the machine. Today's Saturday. We have a trip planned with some of my buddies. My wife and I have a trip planned to take this thing out next Saturday and go for a ride. So I do want to get at least some of the accessories on, some of the easier to install, faster to install accessories. I'm going to be working all week, and we're leaving early next Saturday morning, so I'm not going to get time to get everything installed, and I'm not going to tell you everything that I have unless it's something that I'm going to put on today. But I am going to install a roof today. I got the sport roof from Can-Am. It's supposed to be a pretty straightforward, pretty simple install. It's probably going to take 10 or 15 minutes. I also got a clear, not the tinted, but a clear half windshield to put on. I opted for the half windshield. I'm not really a fan of the full windshields. I know how the trails and stuff are. If I'm going to go with a full windshield, I'm either going to have to get out all the time and wipe it off with a wet rag because it's going to be covered in mud splatter and dust and I'm not going to be able to see, or I'd have to get something that came with the windshield wiper. The windshield wiper is useless without windshield washer fluid, and I'm not really looking to spend $2,000 or $3,000 on a windshield for a side-by-side. So I went with the half windshield just to kind of deflect some of the wind up and over our chests and head area. It will keep some of the water and some of the mud and stuff like that from hitting us, right in the chest or right in the neck underneath our helmet, stuff like that. But we'll try it out. We'll see how it is. We'll either like it or we won't. Like I said, I'm just not looking to spend, thousands of dollars on a windshield for this thing. It is a very expensive toy to begin with, at least for my budget, Beer Budget Moto. The name speaks for itself. So we're not going to go crazy with stuff like that. The half windshield was, I think, like $150 or something like that. I went with the clear instead of the tinted because, the tinted would probably look better. I'll admit the tinted would probably look better, especially on the black, machine. But I'm going to be wearing sunglasses. I ride majority of the time during the day. I'm going to be wearing sunglasses or tinted goggles. I don't need the tinted windshield. And if I am riding at night or at dusk or something like that, I don't want to have my vision blocked by a tinted windshield. So aesthetically, I agree it would probably look better, but this is a toy, and I want it to be practical and useful as well as good looking. So sacrifice a little bit on the looks to go with the practicality of having a clear non-tinted windshield on this thing. So we're going to do the sport roof, we're going to do the half windshield, and I also have some upper door bags that go right here on the upper doors, kind of just Velcro around the bars here, or the structure of the doors, and that gives you some storage and an extra cup holder and stuff like that for up top. So those are the accessories that I'm going to put on here tonight, just to get a roof, get a windshield, get some storage in this thing, so that next weekend we have some of the amenities that we wanted to just make the ride a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more practical for us. All those things are like quick, 10-15 minute installs. They're all pretty easy from what I understand. So I'm not going to do a how-to video. I'm not going to do anything really explanatory as far as that goes. I'm just going to set you guys up, do a little bit of a time lapse. I'm going to enjoy some music, drink a nice IPA, and get this stuff knocked out on a Saturday night before I get cleaned up and go spend the rest of the evening with my wife. So we're going to get these things knocked out. Stick around. There will be how-to videos on some of the other things that I have in these boxes. Again, I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet until I'm ready to install them. Will probably be in the next week or so. Probably the next 2 to 3 weeks actually. It'll be after the next ride, or the first ride rather. So anyway, we'll take care of that. There's going to be more stuff coming for this thing. There's going to be a full series of videos on the X3, riding videos, as well as accessory installs and stuff like that, how-tos. So feel free to stick around. This is the new toy for the channel. We've got the R6 Raven edition over there. That's my OG baby. We've got the Twin 6 hiding out back here, buried in parts boxes, and Cub Cadet leaf vacuum, which is for sale because I want it out of my garage. If anybody knows anybody, come and get it. I want it gone. We're trying to make room for winter project, working on the Twin 6, working on the X3, and just doing what we do, having fun in the garage, drinking a beer, and hanging out. So anyway guys, this is the new toy I've been telling you about. I hope you guys are excited. I know I am. I've been waiting for 10 months for this thing. It was my wife and I first went to the dealership back in October of 2021 to order one of these. They wouldn't even let us order one in October. They had a waiting list for the waiting list, so it didn't end up getting ordered until January. It got delivered back in July, beginning of July, and then we waited another 20 days, 25 days or so for the electronics, the chip pieces to come in, that everyone's well aware of, chip shortages. So we waited on those parts to come in, and finally got everything squared away, and we're able to pick this thing up. So we're stoked. We're looking forward to ride it, looking forward to just having a blast with our friends riding this thing. Anyway guys, stick around. I'm going to set you guys up. We're going to knock out a couple of these quick installs while I jam out and drink a nice beer. So enjoy your night, hang out, and stay tuned for some more epic X3 content coming your way. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, the GoPro battery's about to die, so I want to make this short and sweet. I am done. I got the sport roof installed. It is pretty much just these 4 little quarter turn bolts, I guess you could call them. A couple washers and a couple of Velcro straps, 2 Velcro straps up here. I got the clear half windshield done. It's a little bit of drilling that has to be done down here on this side and that side, and then some quick clips that go in here and loop around to the roll cage and hold that in. I also got the Kenimoto door bags installed. The roof and the windshield are factory Can-Am. Door bags I went with Kenimoto. They're not bad. I mean, they're just Velcro straps. They're a little tight to get around the bars in some areas. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave the knee pads on or not. They are in a good place, at least for me. I don't know about my wife. She's a little shorter than I am, so I don't know how it'll fit her. But on the driver's side here, this knee pad is in a good place to protect my knee from this metal bar. So I'd like to keep it there, but it is kind of in the way of the door strap. You kind of have to do a weird thing to get it to open and close. But I do like that it has that big storage compartment on the back side. It also has like an elastic can holder or cup holder for your soda, of course, and then the knee pad on the front, which that piece is separate and can be detached and just leave the can opener and the storage compartment. So I got that stuff done. I can't show you what's on the workbench behind me because I did unbox the other bigger pieces that are going to be going on this in the next couple weeks, but I don't want to show you guys that until I do a how-to video. These things took actually a little bit longer than I thought they would. I thought that they would come with printed instructions. They don't, so I had to get online. You have to go to the BRP website. You have to find the exact part number for the exact model that you have, and then the instructions are just kind of they're kind of lacking. They don't tell you a whole lot of information. It's pretty much just pictures and a couple of like one sentence instructions. So it took me a little while to kind of fumble through it. It is also pretty dark in my garage. I don't have the best lighting out here, so I work with what I have. Again, Beer Budget Moto, it's what we do. You just work with what you got and make it happen. So I got it done. I'm gonna call it a night. It is hot. I'm sweating. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, so I'm gonna go in and get a shower. And we will pick this up next weekend on the first ride with this. I'm meeting up with some buddies and some old co-workers. We're going to take it out for its first rip, and I cannot wait. So thanks guys for hanging out. Thanks for coming along while we pick this thing up. Stay tuned to see some awesome riding content and some more accessory and accessory installs and the build on this Maverick X3 DS Turbo RR. I cannot wait to kill some RZR guys out in the dirt. So take care guys, have a great night. Until next time, peace.